It's time for the Doctor Chronicles. Come on, Doctor, tell me wags. Chronicle my life.
Doctor's in the house. I will tell you about said chronicle if you refer to me as Dr. J. Say it.
Nope. Continue.
Say it.
Nope.
Say it.
Nope.
We can play chicken on the podcast, or you can
We can play chicken if you want. You're just wasting the listeners' time. It's up to you, bro. Right? I ain't gonna give you that title. That's like me calling you Kobe. That's never gonna happen, right?
Whoa! I mean, look, come on, man. I'm not. That reminds me of when we had Dino on the podcast, and you had to clarify that I don't play professional basketball.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you.
Do you remember?
Yep, I remember.
I play, but not professional.
Yeah, I don't play professional. I don't want this to go viral or nothing. Yeah, people start challenging me in the street or anything. No. I'm not down for that, right?
Oh,
however, if you challenge me to pop and shot, I will kick your ass. Anyway, continue.
Oh, let's not go down that with you, little.
Stop hating. You know
what I mean?
Like
basketball, you know it's supposed to be like this, right? Swish.
Garen,
swish,
and you're there. You're just moaning. But anyway, side story on that. Just to quickly go into this, I took my nephew to go to the arcade, and I was doing the pop and shot, and I missed the high score by 2 points. I got 278. The high score was 280. I missed it by 2 points. I was proper gutted. So there you go.
It's not about winning. It's about how you win, man. If you can use that weird technique, you don't deserve.
Hey, bruv, man. You don't think the person who got 280 used the weird technique? I do.
I think you're making some dangerous assumptions. I think that's what's happening right here.
Thank you.
Right, Dr. Chronicle.
All right, continue. Chronicle my life. Boy.
Paracetamol, very dangerous when taken in excess. Had this uncle come in, Desi uncle, wisdom tooth, couldn't get to see the dentist. Surprise. Probably got an infection, abscess, whatever. He's got a planned extraction. It's not happened yet. Man just starts popping pills. Right, so he's taking paracetamol with cocodamol. Cocodamol contains paracetamol. It says it on the box. So it's bad enough that he's taking paracetamol. That's bad. And I'm like, so how often are you taking the tablets? Yeah, I'm taking them every hour. I'm like, it's every 6 hours. I feel fine. As in, he's like, the pain is still there. Right. And I was like, okay, you feel fine. I was like, anyway, so he'd rang 111 to try and get a dental appointment. That's why he rang. And then he told 111 about his tablets. They were like, yeah, mate, I think you've taken an overdose. You need to go to hospital. So he just rocks up and I'm just like, Uncle, this is really dangerous, man. But trying to convince someone something is really dangerous or potentially harmful when they're not feeling unwell is really hard. It's like high blood pressure, right? Your blood pressure could be a little bit high, but unless it's stupidly high, you're not going to have a heart attack or stroke straight away. You will eventually, but that's like, look, I need to treat you now, so this doesn't happen in 5 years. Okay. You need to take the tablet every single day to stop this potentially happening. It may never happen, but potentially happen in 5 years. Do you see the benefit? Right? So I have to convince people of that. And it's always, you say to patients like, man, this is like a toxic dose of paracetamol, but I feel fine. I was like, bro, if I don't do something, you're not gonna feel fine for long. Okay. The thing with paracetamol overdose is that the effects are kind of delayed. So 5 days is generally the period. Yeah. So after 5 days, that's when people start feeling unwell, and it's still like generic symptoms. It's like abdominal pain, vomiting. You might go yellow, like Homer Simpson yellow. That's if it's really bad.
Jesus.
And the funny thing, well, not the funny thing, the thing with obviously this is I have to treat the paracetamol overdose, but then he's still in pain from his tooth. So then we have to give him something for that as well, an alternative analgesic and a different painkiller.
An alternative painkiller, what, like ibuprofen?
Ibuprofen is one, or codeine, or tramadol.
Tramadol's intense shit.
Tramadol is, I tell patients, they're like, what's it going to feel like? I'm like, it's horse tranquilizer. It will space you out. You are going to be like, ooh. I was like, don't take this willy-nilly, man. This isn't like some shit you just pop.
Don't be operating no machinery. Like, sometimes it says do not operate machinery if you take something. Machinery, obey the fucking instructions with that. Tramadol is not to be fucked with. Okay.
Yeah, even codeine, man. Like, I remember, again, back to Bangara days, when we first had shin splints, right? And we were like, what is this intense pain in our leg? So cocodamol, there's 3 strengths. 2 are over the counter, 1 is prescription only. So I bought some over the counter, 500. So 8 milligrams of codeine, 500 paracetamol. I remember having it at the end of a session. And from that 8 milligrams of codeine, remember, I'm codeine naive. I was sleepy. I was constipated. These are all the side effects. And I was like, yo, this is... And then recently, actually, this is that day when I rang you. Remember when I got stuck in traffic and I was like falling asleep in the car? I was like, I kept vomiting, right? So that day, my mom was like, you need to shut up and sleep. She gave me 3,500 cocodamol. She's like, I can't. Go to sleep. And I was just like, like, mom had, she put Vicks everywhere. She put Vicks on your eyes. You know, Vicks on your eyes starts to burn. You can't open your eyes. You're like, oh my God.
She took that page out of Shindy's book, man.
Yeah. She's like, Saragate Malde. The Vicks everywhere, have the cocodamol, have the Joanna Pani, have everything, wrapped up in the bed. I was sweating it out, and I was just like, I was just out of it, man. And I was, this is 1 tablet. And then it makes me think, I'm at work, and I'm like giving people, I have two cocodamol, yeah? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, is the pain gone? They're like I'm completely like, out of it. And that's probably why. So yeah, paracetamol overdose, man. Side story from this one: during lockdown, we had a dude come in his 30s, Indy, our age, and he had some mental health issues, and it meant he didn't really communicate properly. And so he come in, he wasn't really telling us the full story, and we did his initial blood tests, and his liver tests were deranged, but like not massively deranged, like I'm going about oh, bloody hell, but enough to be like, what's going on? And he wasn't telling us, like we had no clues, like so liver damage could be infection, like hepatitis, right? Could be from STD, that's hepatitis B and C. Could be A&E from travel. Could be a drug overdose. Could be autoimmune condition. Could be gallstones. Basically, many things will damage your liver, right? So if someone's not telling us and we're not getting clues from the history, from the story, then we have to then just do a battery of tests. And as one of those, you do a paracetamol level, even though he denied taking paracetamol. The level came back. I think this is when he wasn't on our ward or something. It came back and then it kind of got missed. Like nobody looked at or acknowledged that the level was raised. So therefore the treatment didn't get commenced straight away. Then when it got picked up, the treatment was commenced. And then I remember the next day, one of the markers for liver function. So let's say the normal is 0.9 to 1.2. His is 0.9 on day 1. The next day went to 4.9, which is very, very high. And he was just shipped off to Queen Elizabeth, like he needs a liver transplant, like now. That's the effect that paracetamol overdose can have on you, to the point where you are yellow, Homer Simpson yellow, your liver's failed, and it needs to be transplanted. That's how quickly you can go from 0 to 100. So what I want people to understand is paracetamol is readily available, okay? That box of 12 grams, 24 tablets, 500 milligrams, 12 grams is enough, is lethal. Even you or me with a normal functioning liver, with no other medical conditions, like, we're not haven't got alcoholic liver disease or gallstones or anything else that would reduce liver function, is enough. If taken in one sitting to bugger your liver. So.
Okay, so hang on. So give people a recap. If you take too much paracetamol, what are you supposed to do?
Right, so here's the thing. There's 2 ways. If you take all the paracetamol together, right, try, and obviously this delves into then depends why you're taking it. Some people will try and take it in attempts to end their life. Okay, so suicide attempt. That's different to what we were talking about here, which is an accidental overdose. They didn't know they were doing it. But say you took them all in one go, try and vomit, try and get it out. Obviously, less absorbed, the better. Like I said, the effects are going to be delayed 5 days. So don't wait for that. Get into hospital and get a blood test done. We need to know what the level is in your body. So if you take an overdose now, at 4 hours, that's when an accurate level can be taken to know whether we need to start treatment. So you're below the treatment line or above the treatment line. Do we need to start commence treatment? Now, if you take a staggered overdose, that means like this guy, 1 every hour. In 24-hour period, you've taken more than you can take, but the level is relevant. If it's a staggered overdose, we're going to commence you on treatment. Either way. So.
And what treatment is it?
So treatment is intravenous. It's 2 bags, a 2-hourly bag and a 10-hourly bag. And essentially what it's doing is the metabolite, taking too much paracetamol means that your liver can't process the byproduct of the breakdown of the paracetamol. It's working at full capacity. And because it can't process it all, these toxic metabolites build up, and that's what damages the liver. what you're giving is basically acting as like a second liver, and you're helping it to break or metabolize those toxic metabolites so they're not toxic anymore. That's what you're giving. Super effective. You get it in there, you're going to offset all of these nasty things. It's not a joke. It's readily available. So when you go into supermarket and you can buy one box, there's a reason. They're trying to work out. Now look, you could be Indy. You could go to 3 different stores and buy paracetamol.
Yeah, you can.
5 minutes apart. You can do that, and you can.
If you're that committed to the cause, yes,
and you can keep boxes, and people do various things. And you know, I think again during lockdown, people's mental health, social isolation. I think I had somebody come in who'd taken 180 tablets one sitting. 100. That's 90 grams of paracetamol. Wow. That's 10 times more. Like I said, the amount that's toxic enough to kill one person. You just can't comprehend that number. So, paracetamol.
What treatment happens when you come in with that? What do you start doing instantly?
The same thing. So that intravenous treatment, I need to start you on it straight away. And then, so you do blood tests.
What is the treatment, though, Karen?
What do you mean? I just told you.
No, but as in, is it like you put someone on a drip? You pump their stomach? Like what?
No, I just told you it's a drip 2-hour bag and then a 10-hour bag. 2 bags.
Oh, right. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Same treatment, intravenous, called N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, as we call it for short. Start the NAC, commence the NAC. That's what you heard us say in medical shows and obviously in real hospitals. And obviously we need to see the blood tests on the back end after you've completed the NAC to see if everything's resolved. There are cases where we have to keep going with the NAC. And obviously if we, at that point, are still buggered, then we speak to a liver team. So every hospital will have a local liver team, so a tertiary centre. So for us, it's the Queen Elizabeth in Birmingham. And then we speak to the liver team, and they advise on what we need to do. Are they candidate for liver transplant? If it were to get to that.
Liver transplant, straight away?
I'm saying if it were to come to that.
Jesus.
It's high. It's what we call hyperacute.
So you can bugger your liver up that quickly.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You need a transplant.
I just told you there's a guy in lockdown, the young man. He came in.
No, I know that, but I never thought transplant was on the cards. I just thought, you're gonna pump your stomach, you'll be on a drip, you'll be all right.
No. The whole pumping your stomach, what we call gastric lavage, is effective within the first hour. Beyond that, it's not in your stomach anymore. You can't get it out of the stomach. It's already gone into absorption. It's in your body. So that's why I said outside of us pumping is, can you make yourself vomit? Try and get it out of your system. That's why we say make yourself vomit, right? If you're very regretful and you understand it's a complete accident or whatever. Paracetamol, baby. Don't mess about. And toothache, really bad. But
I know it is.
Guys, we are not dentists. Oh God, you and your dental stories. Get in to see a dentist. Yeah, we're not dentists.
Yes, but they still come to you because 111 would be like, well, the dentist is closed. Go to A&E. Then what? And you're like,
you need to find a backstreet dentist who'll just get a pair of pliers and just.
Or a 24-hour dentist or something.
All that. There's one on our road. I can recommend him. No problem. So
there you go. Happy days.
There you go.
So if I have a dental problem, I'll call you and you can take me to that dentist.
No, you'll call me with you. Okay. Fine. From London, yeah?
Thank you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'll make that trip up. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
Probably be cheaper. But yeah.
Probably.
Time will tell. All right. Last segment after this.